I believe Coraima Morla never lost hope for a chance to be with the family Chantel's Pedro Gimno, and did her best to sabotage his marriage with Chantel Everett to make herself look superior. Pedro and Chantel fell in love with each other after meeting through a mutual friend. One thing led to another, and Pedro moved to the United States and tied the knot with Chantel in 2016. Although the couple's families never saw eye to eye, they were happy to be with each other. However, over time, I saw the lover in Pedro turn into a critical husband. While Pedro and Chantel were of similar age and very attracted to each other, communication issues began to arise in late 2022. Despite the couple working hard to achieve their white picket fence dream, and even buying a 5-bedroom house together, Pedro wasn't happy with his marriage. During a visit to the Dominican Republic, he shared his unhappiness with his family and friends, airing his grievances about his marriage. However, I don't think Coraima tried to help him. Rather, she took advantage of the situation and did many unthinkable acts to ruin his relationship with Chantel. As far as I remember, Coraima began interfering in Pedro and Chantel's relationship in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 5. She stirred a lot of drama between the former couple, trying to make herself seem like the show's real star. One such controversial moment showed Pedro visiting the Dominican Republic and attending a party with Coraima. While the event was supposed to be casual and friendly, it turned inappropriate and problematic when Coraima started dancing with Pedro. She cuddled with him, grabbed him, and jumped on his lap, using the moment to her advantage. Pedro also didn't hold back while embracing Coraima. He carried her in his arms, spun her round, and nearly kissed her on her neck. He even said, "Via 90 Day Fiancé, I lost myself now with my friends." Later, Pedro's sister, Nicole Giano, showed all the dancing clips to Chantel in an attempt to make her jealous. However, instead of defending herself or Pedro's actions, Coraima simply sat there and smiled. I believe Coraima made her intentions more evident in the later episodes, showcasing an interest in breaking Pedro and Chantel's relationship. One of her scenes featured her sitting beside Pedro's sister, Nicole, talking about her looks. Coraima said, "Look, what have you missed, Pedro? Look at this face," as she caressed her hair, staring directly into the mirror. Pedro's sister also didn't mind Coraima's terrible comment. She encouraged her friend by laughing and applauding her for her actions. In return, Coraima smiled back, showing she was indeed a certified homewrecker. During a conversation, Coraima tried to insist there were major problems in Pedro and Chantel's relationship. She made it seem like Pedro only danced with her because of his bad marriage. Coraima said, "I have to tell you that I didn't tie him up. I didn't tie his hands. I didn't put a gun to his neck or his head. For him to dance with me." I am 99.9% sure Pedro began to lose feelings for Chantel shortly after they bought their house. He started getting irked with her frequent vacations and found solace in their big house. Strategically, Pedro began to distance himself from Chantel, both physically and emotionally. It's possible that he stopped communicating with his wife because he was too busy creating a story in his head to be with Coraima, who had strong romantic feelings for him. Since Pedro's family had always hoped he would be a woman from the Dominican Republic, he likely began to envision a future with Coraima. Once Pedro ended his marriage with Chantel, he wasted no time returning to the Dominican Republic to knock on Coraima's door. He contacted his old flame directly, without even informing his sister or mother, which I believe was to have a serious conversation about their potential future. During the family Chantel Season 5, Via at 90 Sips of Realidea, while filming a confessional, Pedro described his relationship with Coraima as complicated, indicating there was some interest there. It looks like he always viewed Coraima as his ideal woman, but had to disregard his feelings to obtain a green card by marrying Chantel. Coraima's goal was never to build a future with Pedro. She was trying to have fun and create more drama. Coraima's reputation for causing turmoil in relationships may be why she was such a good friend to Nicole. The two women were likely close, because they shared the same goal of ruining Pedro's unstable marriage and asserting dominance over Chantel. Coraima and Nicole exemplified the proverb, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." I believe Coraima's true feelings for Pedro became more evident when she returned to the family Chantel season 5. She went on a mini date with Pedro and used her last moment on the show to break his heart, revealing she was already engaged to someone else and had no interest in dating Pedro, crushing his heart in front of the cameras. Pedro's sadness after Coraima's confession showcased that he had been hoping to date her. "I believe that the family Chantel alum only broke up with Chantel to pursue Coraima, unaware she was already in a relationship.